did you get all your ideas from?
I got them from getting out my little notebook and writing things down whenever they happen. So if someone says something funny, I'll write that down. If someone does something funny, I'll do a description. If I read something, I write a quote or a sentence from the book that I like. And so slowly you build up all these ideas. And if you just do one idea a day, by the end of the year you end up with hundreds and hundreds of ideas.
Like 365?
Exactly. And if you write 2 ideas a day, how many would you end up with? 730. If my maths is correct, and it may not be.
I thought it was 600.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of ideas anyway, and to write a book, you only need a few. So yeah, ideas are happening all around us all of the time, and a writer just writes them down.
Mm-hmm. What's your favourite book you wrote?
Well, I have a lot of favourites. The first book I ever wrote, Just Tricking, is about a very silly boy called Andy who plays a lot of practical jokes, and they always backfire. And so I really love that. In the actual tricking books, I don't think there's one there, but there's a lot. Terry Denton, the illustrator, illustrates all around the margins, and we said, let's do a book that gets rid of the stories and just has those marginal pictures. And that's how we got the book, The Cat on the Mat is Flat, and The Big Fat Cow That Goes to Pow. They came out of those books. So I really like those. And The Treehouse is my very favourite, because that's like those drawings, but with a whole story attached. So that's because I get to sit down with Terry quite a lot, and we make each other laugh, and the book is what comes out at the end. So that's my favourite.
Do you have any plans for your next book?
Yes, I'm doing 2 books. I'm doing a book called Once Upon a Slime.
I know that says in that book.
That's right, 50 fun ways to get writing fast. So I'm going to give you all of my secrets and all of the ways I get writing and where I get ideas will all be in that book. And next year we're going to do a book called The 39 Story Treehouse. We're going to put another 13.
Book.
Yeah, I try to let people know what's happening because people always want to know. So yeah, another 13 levels will go onto the treehouse.
After you write the 39 story treehouse, will there be a 52 story treehouse?
I hope so. If Terry doesn't get too mad with me, because I keep adding all this stuff and he has to keep redrawing the treehouse. So it's going to get harder and harder for Terry as this treehouse gets bigger and bigger. And that's part of the reason why I want to keep expanding it, is to see how far I can push Terry Denton before he blows up. Like Mr. Big Nose's nose.
Do you write the book and then Terry draws the pictures, or do you and Terry work together?
Well, there's a bit of both. Each year we go away for about a week, and we live in a beach house, and we write and draw together for about 12 hours. And I say, can you draw me this funny picture of a treehouse with a man-eating shark tank and a bowling alley and whatever else. And then he will draw the picture that became the treehouse, and then I'll go away quietly and write a bit about how me and Terry are living in it, and then we'll come back together and he'll see what I've written and he'll draw some more pictures, and that will give me ideas to do more writing. And then we'll go away and we'll go back home, and I'll work for a few months just on writing the story, and when I think it's good then I'll send it to him and he might make some suggestions, and then we'll get together again and we'll draw the whole book. a little plan of the book. So there's a lot of getting together, and then there's a lot of being by ourselves and doing the work.
Have you had any other jobs?
Yeah, before I started writing full time, I was an English teacher for 3 or 4 years, and then before that I was in a rock and roll band, and I was the singer in the band, but I was a terrible singer. But still I had the microphone because I wrote all the lyrics for our band. So eventually I got out of that and started teaching, and my song lyrics, I started writing them like stories. So that's how I became a writer.
Was the monkey house job true?
Was the monkey house job true? Did Terry and I really work in a monkey house and pretend that we were monkeys while the monkeys took a break underneath the cage and did all their internet emailing and everything? Definitely. All true.
They wouldn't send messages though.
Yeah, monkeys love the internet. They call it monkey mail. And they're just saying, oh, did you have a nice banana this afternoon? Mine was a bit squishy. I threw some poo at one of the visitors to the zoo today. It was really funny. I got him right in the head. And the zookeeper told me off, but I didn't care. That's what they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On MonkeyNet. Do you use the internet? You ever go on the internet?
Sometimes.
Yeah, well there's the monkeys go on the MonkeyNet. So you should check it out.
Were you born in Australia?
Yes, I was born in Melbourne in 1961, many years ago.
Do you actually live in a tree?
No, I don't live in a tree house, but I live in a townhouse, and it doesn't actually have 26 levels, but it does have 3 levels. So I just exaggerated a little bit, well, quite a lot bit, and my exaggeration is getting worse all the time. But yeah, we do live in a townhouse, and we sit up there, and I work with Jill, you know, the girl on the other side of the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With all the animals?
Yeah, she's actually my wife, and she's the editor of all the books, and she helps clean them up and make sure they're flowing nicely, and she solves a lot of problems for me and Terry. So that's why we put her in the book, to solve our problems in the treehouse.